One of the key indicators, the average number of outstanding debtor days, rose from 50.4 to 52.4 days, pushing it to its highest level since 2010, which isn't good news. Added to which, when the last business index was released, its authors suggested that the index would drop into negative territory. It didn't, and for a very simple reason: because of a lack of business confidence.
Essentially, businesses seem to have prepared themselves for a very slow growth environment, and under the circumstances have been battening down the hatches and building up their balance sheets reasonably well.
Companies are loath to commit too much, either in terms of their own cash or in terms of gearing up with more debt, if they're not sure what the trajectory of the economy is going to be. So if, for example, we're going to languish for the next 4 or 5 years at round about this hopelessly low rate of growth of 0.5, 0.6%, or maybe even lower, then companies are looking for a return on their assets. And if they have to gear up, even at these relatively low interest rates, it means that they've got to get a return in excess of that.
On the other hand, individual debt is a different issue. South African household indebtedness is dangerously high, but there might be some light at the end of the tunnel.
Individual debt, although it's at high levels, it's historically relatively high levels, it has been coming off a bit. I think consumers are starting to realise that more discipline is required.
On a broader level, the index doesn't send any real messages to the ratings agencies. This week, Fitch is in South Africa meeting with a range of people before they make their announcement.
They have to assume that that Pravin Gordhan's going to remain in place, that Fuzile is going to remain in place, so too with ABC Jonas, the Deputy Minister of Finance, and therefore the National Treasury will maintain its integrity as an institution of financial discipline and responsibility in South Africa. Under those circumstances, I think the ratings agencies are going to adopt a wait-and-see attitude.
The latest data shows that there's a bit of sideways movement in the debt levels. Confidence seems to be fluctuating between positive and negative, and we'll have to see how it plays out in the next 3 months with those ratings agencies making their announcements. I'm Angelo Coppola for CCTV in Sandton, Johannesburg.